Alright, we're looking at the trucks, All-American Company, reapplication of trucks to the locomotive. Any of the previous mentioned methods of truck removal can be employed and reapply in the following sequence of procedures. Fill the loading pan, oil to the level of the filling hole, swivel bolt approximately 1/2 inch over the horizontal liner. Push it in the trucks and so that the swivel bolt and loading pans line up in the matching equipment on the locomotive frame. The loading pans in the both front and rear trucks are always in toward the center of the locomotive, either by lowering the locomotive on the trucks or by raising the truck to the locomotive. Carefully guide the swivel plates, loading the plant pads in position before the cab is completely in position. See that the loading pad cover slots are correctly positioned in relation to the retaining lugs on the truck pan. Reassembly safety hooks at the bottom of the swivel plate transom on each side of on each one on each side inner transom. Check oil seal on swivel bowls and loading pans. Reconnect traction motor leads at generator leads of the locomotive frame. Reconnect the brake pin, pipe hosing, handbrake chain, sanders. Readjust the brakes and T-foundation brakes. Remove all the tags and rags, blocking equipment that may be on the truck or chassis. All right. Symptom: cold spring snobbers. Description: the Symington Type S truck spring snobber figure 17 provides constant friction for the control of the spring group. The friction being generated with the friction shoes rubbing up and down inside the friction sleeve. It is in constant control with it prevents the harmonic action of the spring group with the stopping and the bouncing. Eliminating oversized blows. The snubber is the simple construction compromising low carbon case hardened steel sleeve in which the welded forged steel cap at the bottom ring and the three alloy steel friction shoes held in assembly with the sleeve by the six pre-compressed friction shoe springs, which are equally spaced vertically and radially, and any outer coil spring. The outer spring is in relatively high capacity so that the snubber unit may be substituted from one or the coil springs in a coil snubber group and still maintain the desired supporting capacity of the group as a whole. Alright, figure 617 shows the symptoms at type S, Symington type S spring snubber. Operating and lubrication. The snubber is shipped from the factory as complete unit when applied with the locomotive of the truck. The snubber unit ordinarily replaces the inner coil with a double coil group. No lubrication should be applied with the snubber unit. Each of the three shoes used in this assembly has lead inserted with the outside surface friction sleeve has the insert with the lead inside the diameter near the open end. These lead inserts provided with the dry lubricant with it, which is an ample to ensure against any of the tendency galling between the friction surface of the shoe sleeve. Periodic maintenance. The surface life of the snubber is such that it should require the very little attention before the locomotive trucks are scheduled for the general overhaul. At the time of the unit should be examined carefully, and if all the matter parts are held tightly in the unit, no repairs are necessary. If the friction shoes are loose in the sleeve, the unit should be disassembled and new parts are added where necessary. Alright, overall, to disassemble the Symington snubber follow the procedures shown in Figure 20. Press the equivalent of that shown in Figure 20. One dismantling head and two cleats are required. After disassembling the check of the inside diameter of the friction sleeve with a no-go gauge, or Figure 18, check the thickness of the friction shoes with the no-go gauge. Figure 19, replace the worn or broken parts. Alright, to assemble this number, follow the procedure indicated with figure 21 through 29. Figure 26, sub-assembly comprising 3 friction shoe spring, 3 friction spring shims, and 1 friction shoe ring. In addition, with the friction shoe ring, will be noted that the wire band of the number 12 iron rod wire is used to hold the assembly in alignment. This wire band must be removed after the sub-assembly has been entered into the friction sleeve. See figure 28 with the numbers corrected. Should be compromised several times to check the operation. See figure 29. All right, this is your figure 18 sleeve or no-go gauge. It's basically a little piston compressor thing. Your shoe no gauge shows your this is you have your dismantling cleats, your dismantling head, a 6-stroke capacity, air pressure, air cylinder, 10-inch bore, 24-stroke, Arbin press model number. Alright, these are dismantling cleats, snubber coil spring, sleeve, shoes, friction spring, friction sleeve, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, compressed snubber coil springs to solid so that causing the shoe to be exposed. Insert dismantling cleats as shown. Release the snubber coils to the free height. Dismantling cleats will engage the shoe to force the shoes upward in the sleeve. Again, compress the snubber coil spring to allow the dismantling cleats to be removed and reversed as shown. And 4, again, release the coil spring to dismantle the cleats and engage the shoe through forcing shoes up and out of the sleeve. The shoes that completely out of the sleeve. Remove the snubber from the machine. The shoes can be tapped loose with a hammer. Alright, figure 21 shows your snubber disassembled. Figure 22 shows the friction shoes and the spring snubbers. Figure 23 shows the piston. Position the friction shoes and springs in the shim. Figure 24 shows the friction unit position for the application of the friction shoe ring. Figure 25 shows the friction unit complete with the ring and the wire band assembly fixture. Figure 26 shows the friction unit complete with the ready assembly for the friction sleeve and the coil spring. Figure 27, all parts of the position piston for final assembly. 28, removing the wire holding band before compressing snobber. 29, assembling the complete compressed snobber number of times checking the operation. Alright, your 2250 road switcher 6-wheel 3 motor truck.